Rabbi, when we're building ourselves, should we rebuild our mind first? Because when I was rebuilding, I started with the mind.
Look, I don't know that I want to give anybody a prescription for a specific order. Work on what you're aware of and what you feel like you can actually work on. You got to work on all of it. But the main thing is, at some point, your regulator, your decision maker, your mind is the thing that has to be developed and strong enough to rule over all the other things. You may want to start, as far as rebuilding, start off with just increasing your awareness of self. Are you aware of what you do, how you feel, what you're thinking? Just self-awareness. And then watch yourself do things, say things, respond to things, react to things. I mean, that's a good place to start. And then through your observations, learn something. Learn about you. And then decide, after learning about you, what you like and don't like about the way you handle things and the way you respond to things and the way the decisions you make. And then you can start to rebuild that into what you'd like it to look like. But it's hard to fix what you haven't even looked at. It'd be like me wanting to remodel a house, but I haven't even looked at the house to see what it already has. To know, do I need to rebuild the kitchen first, or do I need to do the bathrooms, or is there some other structural thing with the roof? I mean, I have to first get familiar with the house before I can rebuild it, since you use rebuilding as sort of the mode here, right? So, I mean, I would say that you first have to get as educated about the thing you're rebuilding as you can. See, a lot of you have just not really spent a whole lot of time understanding why you are exactly where you are in those 7 areas. Why is your health where it is? Why is your finances where they are? Why is your spiritual life where it is? Why are your relationships where they are? Because you don't pay any attention. Because mostly we get distracted paying attention to everybody else. We don't really pay that much attention to ourselves. And we need to pay more attention to ourselves. So I would say, sure, the mind is going to be the key at some point. Okay, it is the driver. Well, I shouldn't say that. It isn't always the driver. It needs to be the driver. So you may need to observe whether or not your mind is driving now. If the flesh is driving, it's probably not the mind, it's probably the emotions that are driving. Because the flesh is going to be much more emotion-based. I'm not saying all emotions are flesh, I'm just saying that's going to be much more the driver. So you have to be aware of, how do you think? Because, you know, you watch somebody and you say, man, I know how so-and-so thinks. I know what kind of decision they're likely to make in this situation, because I've watched them and I kind of see how and know how. But do you know that about yourself? Are you observing yourself? Observe, learn, and then adjust. But you haven't done that for yourself. I want to encourage you to really do that. Observe, pay attention, make notes. All of that stuff's in the Level Up class. You've got sheets and things to track and do with all of these things about you.